Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the KZ VXS. And yes, I'm a little bit late to the party with these, they've already been out for a while. And that leads me to the disclaimer, which I'd like to thank a viewer for sending me his unit to try out. So thank you very much. Obviously I was not paid to do this video and all thoughts and opinions are my own. Now obviously I've actually been using these and these are actually quite a different set and actually use AptX adaptive according to my phone. And yeah, let's just get into it. So that's what you get. As obviously in the beginning, slight spoil, I've been using these, but anyway. So it says AAC, so that's if you're an iOS user, use AAC. I've got an Android phone and it uses AptX adaptive, which is quite cool. Matte black. I've not seen a transparent one, I don't think it exists. Chipset, Bluetooth version, range, the battery, everything and all that type of stuff there. Some information there about the driver. The driver I think they've used is actually pretty good. So yeah, these are a used pair because obviously they're not mine. So this is obviously it was sent in by a viewer. Here's the case, it's not too bad. Let's take one of these out. I like the how subtle they are, it's all black. This is not like Batman would do something like this, but yeah, that's the shape. A little bit thick, but it's not too bad. It's the thin nozzle variant. These use a single DD, which I do like to keep it simple. And yeah, Type C, and that's some more battery information. They also don't have wireless charging, so there's the cable it comes with. Tips obviously because used. And a guide which I'll put in the next clip, so yeah, quite straightforward. So first fast use, I don't know what they mean by that, but anyway it does come as VXS in the pairing. Tells you what to do. Obviously you have to use the button if it's the second pairing or something like that. How to use them, function operation, play, pause, previous, next track, reject, answer, high performance mode, which is like it's kind of like a gain mode. I'll explain that later on. Siri, pairing, clear pairing. There is no volume control on this, which I'll talk about in a bit. And you press the button on there to tell you what the battery level is. And yeah, so singular usage as well. Good for you know, awareness of your surroundings, and that's it. So next clip I'm going to do a microphone test, and then after that will be my full review. This is just a quick microphone test of the KZ VXS. I'm using these in stereo and I'm capturing this audio with the Audacity, and that's it. Just a quick microphone test in a quiet room, normal speaking volume, and that's it. So welcome to my review section of the KZ VXS. You just heard the microphone test. I think it's pretty good really, probably a little bit better than I was expecting. I was expecting these just to sound good and not be good with the mic, but I thought the mic was okay. So let's just get on to controls. So let's take these bad boys out. So controls system seems fine, to be honest. I don't have no issues. That there's no volume control, which may or break a few people, so you have to get your phone out to change the volume level. Not a big deal if you've already set the volume that you want to already use anyway, so that's one thing to bear in mind. That to me is not a big deal, but to some folks, if they're going between different sources or the volume level is different on all the music, then that is important. But for me, I didn't have any issue with that. So comfort and fit, I thought was okay. These are on the thicker side, as you can see, but I didn't find it actually like that too bad at all. Yeah, so game mode and high performance mode. So high performance makes everything sound more full. It sounds like up in the gain level. It's hard to describe, but it sounds fine to be honest. But it does affect the battery life. Well, I'll get into that section. And the gaming mode seems pretty good. There is still a super small delay if you like for first person shooters, it's nearly good enough, like nearly. You still want wired for stuff like that, but apart from that, the same fine. High performance, again, is quite fun. It just sounds, everything sounds like you've turned a notch up kind of thing. I thought it was actually okay, to be honest. And the codec support. So I have AptX adaptive comes up on my phone when I paired them. It does, because it does use the Qualcomm chipset. But if you use iOS, if you got iPhone, iPad, anything like that, you will get AAC, which still sounds fine. I've tried these with an iPad. It sounds fine, to be honest. I don't know if it sounds as good as AptX adaptive because the bit rate's a bit higher. But apart from that, I was actually okay with it. So for its kind of price, there is no wireless charging or anything like that. To me, that makes no difference at all. And there's no ambient mode or active noise cancellation. I knew that before getting this, so it makes no difference at all. I bought this just for sound reproduction, just for music usage and stuff like that. And obviously it does that well. So battery life, which is a negative, is you'll get 5 hours max. And you'll probably get 4 hours high performance mode, which is kind of crappy with all the competition. But then again, I was expecting probably a bit more. Really, you really want to get 7 hours, really, maybe 8, and the case can charge it three or so times. But yeah, 5 hours is kind of crap, really. But it is what it is, unfortunately. But at least the charging speed's pretty good from when you plug it in. So I have no issues, anything like that. And yeah, so connectivity, these are super stable. So when I tried this with my phone, which is a Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, and my PC, obviously different connections, but they do work perfectly, like flawless. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. So yeah, onto the sound. Now before I even get to the graph, let's talk about instrument separation, technicalities. It was average at best, probably just under average, to be honest. I was probably expecting a little bit more, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But that's only kind of part of the story, to be honest. So yeah, so actual sound is, let's just go left to right. So bass it's a bit different. See, it steps up. It seems like these have got like some sort of DSP running, or that's what it sounds like. But it sounds like there's a subwoofer with a low end. It sounds a bit different to what I was expecting, but I think it sounds fine, to be honest. They are quite exciting. It does sound a bit V-shaped when you use them, but yeah, the bass is fine, really. I don't think it is clean as wired, but as a Bluetooth device, which you'll carry in all sorts of circumstances, it sounds fine, really. Yeah, so mid-range, it looks quite flat on there, but it sounds more of a V in reality. But again, because you'll be using this in non-ideal situations. So obviously leakage, you're not like in a really quiet room. Well, most likely. I had no issues. Everything sounds quite clear. I was expecting the vocals sound fine. Normally with KZ it's more forward, so maybe I'm used to that. But the mid-range is quite flat, and to be honest, I was quite okay with it. I was just hoping if it's a little bit more clear. I wouldn't say it's muddy or hazy, but it didn't sound maybe as clear as I was expecting, but still fine, really. So treble performance, like I've said before as well, with the instrument separation, could have been better. It's still okay, really. Yeah, and on the side, it's quite fine, really. It wasn't fatiguing or anything like that. Maybe, again, it's tuned a bit different to what KZs and stuff normally are. But I was quite fine with it. It seemed to work fine with most of the genres I listen to, which is typically electronic. But I've tried this with some pop music, some rap, hip hop, the techno, trance, I'm trying to think what else, and just some other random genres. It seems fine, to be honest. Like, it sounded a little bit better than I expected. Obviously the 8K is a resonance from the measurement, so that's not there. And yeah, seems fine really. It has quite good extension as well. Seems fine. So yeah, I'll put it there. So conclusion, do I recommend these? Actually, surprisingly, yes, they're not a bad set. Obviously look for the best kind of sales you can get. So overall, they do work very well. I'll just note the negatives really is battery life could be better. 2, there's no volume controls, if that really matters to you, and the instrument kind of separation is average at best really, but most normal people won't really probably notice like the separation. On it sounds good, that's what matters. But yeah, good signal strength, good fit, build, in isolation, AptX adaptive as well. Overall, they're quite a good set. I've a feeling with more long-term use, this maybe gets scratched easy, but these have had a soft life so far. And yeah, quite a good set, and the tuning's not too bad. It's a little bit on the safer side compared to what KZ have normally done, but good extension, good fun sounding, more unique bass, how it hits, and yeah, not a bad set. So yeah, if I know anything particular, please let me know in the comments as per usual. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next video, which will be something unique. So see you in the next vid.